The answer is 9. Hey, welcome back to my fast paced series on the hardest digital SAT practice problems. Today we're studying geometry. Again, the College Board nearly doubled the amount of geometry on the digital SAT. So that's why I'm double dipping. If you missed my first geometry video, please watch it first. I think it's over there. It could be over there. It moves around. I'm new to this. I also made a video explaining how the content of the digital SAT is changing. If you're interested, you might want to check that out too. Let's go! Solve your math problems. Tap pause to try problem 1 on your own. As always, start by using my what's the most important word strategy. So jump to the sentence at the end of the question. What's the most important word in there? Well, it's area. Surprise! It's a geometry problem. All geometry problems are the same. Draw a picture, label a picture, and write an equation. When you skip these steps, that's when bad things happen. If you just read the problem, your first impression was probably that the square is 3 times bigger. But it's not, which makes this one of the dream-crushing sociopaths' favorite trick questions. Hopefully you won't get tricked if you always do the geometry 3-step. Magically, 2 squares appeared out of nowhere. So we must be working with squares. Now, let's use my don't ignore the facts strategy to figure out what to draw and what to label on our picture. Well, the small square has side lengths of 5p, and the big one has side lengths of 15p. Now that we've got the picture labeled, can you see that if we split up the big square, it's really 9 times the size as the smaller square? We could write an equation to find the area, but the picture makes it obvious that the larger one is 9 times bigger. What's the rule for this situation? Hopefully you've figured out that for a rectangle, if you double the sides, you quadruple the area. And we already saw what happens when you triple the sides. The area becomes 9 times bigger. You should probably write this down. This is true for all 2-dimensional shapes, even circles. If you double the sides, you quadruple the area because it's increasing the size in 2 dimensions. So the ratio gets multiplied by itself. Remember, you always square the multiplier. What do you think would happen if the sides were 10 times as long? The area would be 100 times the size. It's pretty common for the SAT to have similar questions, but they ask about the volume of a 3D object instead, such as spheres or right rectangular prisms, which I call boxes. What do you think the rule is for 3D objects? Well, you cube the ratio. So if they give you 2 3D figures and one has dimensions that are 10 times bigger, the volume will be 1,000 times bigger. That's because 10 to the third power is 1,000. Sometimes the dream-crushing sociopaths at the SAT try to trick students by writing nearly identical questions, but they ask about the perimeter instead of the area. If you know what happens to the perimeter, add your answer in the comments below. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Kenan. I used to be a math teacher, then I became a software developer. But ever since my 11-year-old son scored a near perfect 760 on the SAT math section, I have been tutoring nonstop ever since. Now he's in college on a full ride, and I have time to share the same strategies and dadvice that I've used to help him and countless other students become national merit scholars. Hopefully, we'll have a little fun along the way, and I will hold nothing back to try to help you improve your SAT score. But I can't explain 12 years of math in 10 minutes. So please subscribe to make sure you watch all of my videos. Tap pause to try problem 2. Again, we start with the most important word. In this case, the SAT actually underlined it for you. Whenever that happens, that is always the most important word. All eyes on the underlined stuff. This looks like a simple unit conversion problem because they want us to change from square yards to square inches. And they even tell us that a yard has 36 inches. What could possibly go wrong next? Well, just because there are 36 inches in a yard does not mean that there are 36 square inches in a square yard. Think about that. A square yard is really 36 inches by 36 inches. That's a lot of square inches. 1,296 to be exact. So there's a big difference between yards and square yards. I bet you didn't know that when you woke up this morning. If you think about it, this problem is a lot like the last one, but instead of it being 3 times 3, we've got 36 times 36. Whoever wrote this script is a genius. Now that we've got that all sorted out, this is just like all unit conversion problems. The way I do unit conversion problems is first, I write what I'm starting with, which is 0.68 square yards. Then I leave a little blank fraction, which is where my conversion factor multiplier will go in a second. Then on the other side of the equal sign, I write the units that I want to end up with, which in this problem is square inches. Now, what we have to do is figure out our conversion factor, and we'll get the right answer. The secret to all unit conversion problems is the units. I always write the units first and the numbers last, and I always start down here. You want to cancel out square yards, so immediately you can just write square yards down here. That's going to cancel out the square yards up there. Usually, that's going to match perfectly with whatever conversion factor they mention in the problem. But in this problem, it doesn't. Wait, what? Try not to look so surprised. So, in order to turn this conversion factor into square yards, all we need to do is square the 1, square the yard, square the 36, and square the inches. And now we know that 1 square yard equals 1,296 square inches. Look at all those square inches. Now we can complete our conversion factor and get the final answer, 881.28 square inches. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe because I plan to create many more videos. A link to the practice problems is in the description. I'll see you in my next video. Please practice.